Hello. How are you? This is Elsa Company from Bemis Crafty Corner, and I have a project for us. So I was watching some videos, and I noticed that whenever somebody does one of these, flip out envelope pocket things, they put a full piece of paper on the back. Then they turn it over, and on the envelope side, they put a small piece. They put a strip of paper here, and then like a little piece up here, and a strip here, and then they have to cover this. And it's like a hodgepodge. They call it a collage. It's not a collage. It's just a hodgepodge of paper. And I was like, there's got to be a better way to do this. So I sat here and I played with some things, and I came up with a better way. And I have two of them here. This one is obviously the Edith Holden paper. It's a sheet of that. And this is just some scrapbook paper. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So, I'm just going to show you how I did it. And, you can do it if you want to or not. It is entirely up to you. So, I'm going to get some supplies out. And I'll be right back. Alright, so, ink and a dauber, pencil, small pair of scissors or whatever scissors you want to use. Obviously, your junk mail envelope, your trimmer, the paper that you're going to cover it with, and some vellum. Now, you can use, let me grab a piece of this. You can use deli paper, but it's not going to be as strong. And the whole idea here is to do this once and have it for a while. So you can use this if you need to, but it's not as strong. So, I'm going to move some things over here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create a pattern. So, the sewer in me said, let's make a pattern. So, I covered my vellum over my envelope, and I can see through it. So, I'm just going to draw around my envelope. Doesn't have to be perfect, okay? And then I'm going to cut on that line. So let me bring my trimmer in. Okay. And then we'll turn it this way. And we'll get that line in there nice and center. And we'll cut that. Alright. So now I have a piece that covers my envelope. So I'm going to bring my pencil back in. What I'm going to do, and you don't have to use a pencil to do this. You could do this with your scoring tool or, whatever. Okay, because it's vellum, and so if you mark on it, if you press on it, it's gonna put that line in. Okay, and all I'm doing is just running the pencil along the inside of the window. Alright, then I'm just going to fold this and I'm going to match this line and this line together. Make sure I have my ends lined up. And then I'm going to come in here with my scissors. And I'm just going to cut right at that line. And I'm holding this pretty tight so that it doesn't, slide on me. Now I'll save that 'cause it's a good piece of vellum. But I now have a pattern that I can use to cut my paper. All right, so let's bring in our paper, and it needs to be this way. So what I do is I put the pattern on, then I put the paper on top and flip it over. Now I know exactly which corner it needs to be in. And then I can put my marks where I want to cut this out. And I can trace out my window. All right, so now put this in my cutter, cut that line, and that line. Let's take a look. Looks pretty good. All right, now we have to cut this out. Now, if you're good with a cutter, you can put this in and do that whole plunge and cut. I'm not that good. So I'm just going to use my scissors and follow my line. Okay. Just like that. Now, let me move some stuff and I'll be back and we'll finish this up. All right, so obviously, I'm going to ink my envelope front and back, just like I normally would. And I'm going to ink around my window. And that's just the reserved piece, and it doesn't hurt it. I just put a little bit of ink on the back of it, no big deal. Okay, now, put a little bit of glue on these end pieces if they're coming up on the flap. Waiting for the glue. Waiting for the glue. Okay, glue. And this one, if it needs it. Alright, then I'm going to ink my paper. Now I want to be careful because this is not, you know, this is thin. Let's be careful. So I'm just going to go slow and easy to get this inked. Now, when I get down here, I can go back to regular inking. Once again, we're coming up to a thin spot, so I'm going to slow down. Just kind of hold on to it. And then we're going to do the inside. And you know, you can ink this in any color that you want. I'm just inking it in this because it's what's on my desk. Probably should have inked this in like blue. You know, like a nice bright blue would have been good. But, you know. Alright. So now I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. And then I'm going to put this on here. Well, I had a thing here. Where'd it go? Where's my thing? So now I got that on. Now, if you've got anything like this that's hanging over, just trim it off. And that's because the envelopes aren't always square, you know? Like you can see here, they folded this a little weird. There's a little bit of a line here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see it. Okay? So, I'll just trim, and then if I have to, I can re-ink. It's a little sturdier now. Okay. And then the back one, what I do with this one is I just put some glue on the back of the envelope. And then I just turn the envelope over and I just match up one side. Over, smooth it out, trim it down, ink it up. And you can use any kind of paper that you want to do this. This is, honestly, this is the stuff I buy at Hobby Lobby in the big bulk pack for $5.99, because I can, you know, I can tear it up. Now, but it's ugly. All right, I got you. Let's see. It's not the paper I intended for that. Where did it go? There we go. Oh, it's down here. All right. Now, all I'm going to do is just measure this. And it's a 4-inch envelope, and the window is about 4 1/4. So I'm going to do like a 3.5 by 4.5 inch piece here. Okay. Cutter. I can actually do this. So about 3.5 by 4.5, give or take. Bring our envelope back over. Glue. And then I'm just going to take this, open my envelope, hold it up against the front of the window, and then press it down. That's it. Check it out, right? How cool. All right, let me clean this up. I'll be right back. All right, so we have one for the big envelope, you know, with the big window. Did that one. This is one that has the large top one here, you know, Capital One uses that one. Fingerhut uses this one. And so I have these patterns, and all I have to do with them is just stack them up, write on them, you know, I don't even have to write on them what they are, just stack them up. And I can put them away, and when I want to do an envelope, I can just take out my pattern, and it's vellum, so it's going to last for a while. I just take out my pattern, see which one of them fits, and I can make beautiful envelopes. I can make them out of book pages, I can make them out of digitals, I can make them out of scrapbook paper. It's that easy. Alright, so that's my project for today. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that red button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. Then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, and 1 across the country, 8 o'clock over in Hawaii. I make videos and post them on Mondays and Wednesdays. And in 2022, I have 2 different special events going on. One is my 12 of 22 challenge. The link for the video, for the description to that, is in my description box below. And I also have my free classes of 2022. I have multiple classes that will be coming out throughout the year. Jump in, join us. After the class airs on the original air date, I will go live to explain anything that anybody's having any problems with. But if you're doing it afterwards and you have an issue, just go ahead and put it in the comments section, and I'll be happy to help you out with it. Until the next time, stay safe. Bye-bye.